It's a good ass vibe, good ass time whenever we link, whenever we meet. Good ass mood, good ass drinks, good ass rap on this good ass beat. It's hot, it don't need a hook, and I got flights I need to book. Good ass rhymes, good ass bars, good ass flow, good ass job, and I'm making good ass dough. I talk what I talk, know what I know, and keep it real. This a good ass show, that gas with Drees and Shell.
You know you hear that, your boy 2-3 Drees in the building. We always got
It's your boy Shell Trevon. Y'all already know what to do. Follow me on Instagram. SHELLTREVON. Let's go gas.
We got a special guest in the building. You heard her, she like that, so she already feeling the show a little bit, so that's why she here. I made it for a good time today. We got AP in the building. What up?
Let's go, pretty
What's up,
AP.
y'all? What's going on? Pretty AP in the building. Yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot the pretty part.
It's pretty AP.
Slow down. I'm sorry. I don't want none of the fans coming after me. Don't come after me, my bad.
I'm dead.
But I'm gonna shout out Nell real quick, man. Shout out Nell. That's Nell in the intro, dog. He fucked that joint up. Everybody that come in here, they hear it. They be like, oh, I like that. So,
that's
shout you out.
my boy from high school.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause that shit is nice.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. I mean, my man Shell told him my idea. He put stuff in the booth and put that thing on paper. That thing sound amazing. You fuck with that bad boy.
One take no.
Yes, for sure. But we here today with Pretty AP. I ain't gonna forget that no more. Don't worry, sweetheart. But we got some. We gonna just talk about life. We gonna get to learn about each other, and we gonna embrace each other. You know what I mean? How we do black love all around. We got some new shit on the table that she never tried before. We got some of that Kendall Jenner tequila reposado. We got some of that Sip Shine. It's like iced tea, lemonade, moonshine type of shit. Different type of shit. But we're gonna see your opinion on it. We ain't gonna talk about too much about that.
That should fuck you up, AP.
Oh, Lord.
That should fuck
It
you up.
would. And then we also got some of that. Shout out to Craig from Soda Jerk. He sponsored our ATU radio for a long time. This is his brand right here, Soda Jerk. It tastes exactly like root beer. He also got an orange cream one, but we don't got that available right now. So we're gonna go through all that, man, and just have a good time.
It's Friday,
What's up, y'all?
man. You know what I mean? You know, it's the best day of the week. You can sit around, you know what I mean, after a long week.
For sure.
With the family. You know what I mean? Turn up.
So, Shell, before we get started, before we start talking that shit, pour us up with something. I got the 818 tequila already. I don't know.
I like
818?
that.
Oh, so you had it before?
I've had 818 before. The other two I have not.
Okay, so
Started off with a shot.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna pour
Hold
it
up, hold
up.
up.
Pour it up already.
Whatever y'all said.
Yeah, man. So here on Gas Radio, you know, we keep it positive. We all about embracing each other. So we bringing Pretty AP along. We gonna embrace her, man. Boost, just having a good time, you know. So cheers.
Cheers.
Shot clock.
Cheers.
Celebrity tequila.
So slow. Like that one down quite fast.
Yeah.
What's your favorite drink right now, AP? Or what's your go-to when you going out or chilling in the crib?
Can I guess?
You can guess. Go ahead. I'm
I
looking.
want to guess, man. Let me get that crown apple and cranberry.
Hell no.
Go ahead,
She
Shell.
said, hell
Go
no.
ahead, Shell. What's your guess,
That's
Shell?
my
All
guess.
right, so.
Let Shell guess. What's
All
your
right, go
guess?
ahead.
I be seeing AP in the club when I be in the club, yo. So I'm gonna even say
Casamigos?
Casamigos or Don Julio.
Okay. All right. Yeah, but all right. But the thing is, all right. So it's more like a Don Julio, more like the Reposado.
Reposado, yeah.
I don't know what it is. The Blanco been hitting different lately. All the Blancos is like you take the sip and it's like wind up and just knock you out. I don't know how I feel about that. But Casamigos not so much. Like I'll have it every now and then, but like you drink it, you're like, oh. I think I got drunk too many times.
Yeah.
So it's kind of.
Yeah, the reason why you say that because reposados is usually aged longer in barrels, so it's made for a more smooth sip than a blanco. So that's why you saying that like blancos are like kind of made for you to mix it, so it hits harder. You know what I mean? Reposados is really made for like a smooth sip. It's supposed to be more smooth than a blanco would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mad smart. I didn't even know you knew all that. That's
Because
crazy.
Doing this for years. I've been drinking alcohol for years. I learned
I
this.
really didn't know that. I learned something new every did, folks. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So
That's why like, a lot of times you see a Reposado with a color because it was aged in a barrel. You know what I mean? Or
Okay.
celebrity tequila is like produced more because it's celebrity tequila. So a lot of times they add additives to make it that color.
Yeah.
So it's not as natural as like probably a tequila you never heard of, which is really made from agaves, and it actually took 9 months to make that bottle or whatever.
Yeah.
So are those stronger also?
Oh.
Reposado over the Blanco?
Stronger.
Yeah, I know you said it's a smoother sip, but is it?
I feel
It depends on the brand, the alcohol and stuff like that. It depends on the company, whatever how they want to make it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people like distill it more to make it less stronger than you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it really depends on if you say like I don't know if a hand, but it depends on the company or whatever what they going for.
Okay.
But a lot of times with the celebrity tequilas, they produce so much because the name, where just though they enhance it. So like Reposado really take 9 months to make, at least 9 months. They will make it in 4 months and add a drop of this so it could be that color like it was in there for 9 months.
Okay.
Okay.
I got you.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So it's funny like how people describe it, and that's kind of like really what it is.
So you said the Don Julio. That's when you out and about, or when you in the house?
That's what I'm out and about.
That's when you out. What would
Yeah.
you be sipping if you was in the house?
If I was in the house, normally, this is gonna sound really weird too, because it's definitely not tequila. Like Tito's vodka. Like you gotta have that. I drink just about all my liquor with Red Bull. No,
Oh,
I'm
Red.
I'm not doing straight listen shot, and I'm not taking no shot of Tito's because that's not for me. But that, or depending on my mood, like when I go back home and I'm chilling in the crib, it's Douce. Douce,
okay.
yeah. Back home I'm known as a Douce Queen.
Honestly, like Douce is my top. I'd say top 2.
It's good.
Yeah, top 2.
I feel like a lot of people are asleep on it. They be like, "Oh, it's not Henny, it's not Remy," but like, have you really even like sat there and tried it? Like,
A lot of people drink things because the name. They don't really like enjoy the taste. Honestly,
Yeah.
It's the name. Like I see everybody drinking this, and I like it too.
oh my gosh, like Grey Goose vodka.
And that's kind of like I don't know if you know, like, but like this. The reason why I started like this whole podcast thing I was doing in Philly, it was called Unfiltered Drinkers, and the goal was to basically open up people's minds to like, cause at that time all we did with drink was like Henny and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
like it was for us to try different things, and that's why I learned so much about it. I talked to owners of different companies and stuff like that where I met over the time. And it was basically to open people's palates. Like that's why we're here today. You're gonna try some shit some shit you probably never would have gone to the store and pick up. So try for free. And that's what companies do for me too. They send me free shit. Say try this, and I say my opinion on it. So that's why that was a big positive with this thing. And I'm pretty sure open up shell amount a little bit more to things, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like I probably never went into a store and got something that tastes like root beer.
Oh, root beer? Root beer? I've never had this brand, but I've had root beer flavored like liquor before.
You did.
Yeah.
You
And what is it? It's
you remember her name?
the Dr. McGillicuddy's line.
I think
All
I
right,
heard
Dr.
of it.
McGillicuddy. So they have the menthol, like the mint flavor.
Mhm.
Everybody knows there's mint flavored liquor everywhere. They got the root beer. They got grape, apple pie, which is my favorite. It
Mhm.
literally tastes like you're like drinking an apple pie.
Right.
It's like oddly weird, but like really satisfying. You're like, oh shit, that's good. Not like for real.
It's vodka.
Like yeah, they got
Okay.
butterscotch. Like the flavors are like I think they got like a peach one. I don't know. There's so many, but
Like yo, let me get another one of those. Like
nah, like come on over here, you know.
okay.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's another like newer thing because we're like all around the same age. So like
Yeah.
our time growing up, flavor shit is like. So people older than us, probably like 5 or 10 years older than us, they
Yeah.
had flavor shit. It was either you drinking vodka,
Yeah.
cognac. It was like like apple
know,
vodka. It was like vodka. Like
Yeah,
that's what you
yeah.
drinking.
Vodka,
Or you
that's
drinking
what-
brandy, you drinking brandy. You drinking
Yeah.
cognac. So a lot of this flavor shit that people like made over time, we kind of lucky because that shit be straight. It be some nasty ass straight vodkas.
Listen.
Make you not want to drink. Like nah,
Oh
I
my
don't- I don't even want that.
All right. Do you guys remember Burnett's?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Literally for my high school graduation, my mom got me 4 bottles of them, right?
Damn.
And no one had like any graduation parties planned, so me and my friends were like, yo, we're gonna hit the streets. We were running so late, we literally stopped at Texas Roadhouse, got a dozen bread rolls, ate them, and then profusely drank the Burnett's off of just Texas Roadhouse bread rolls.
Oh damn.
And then the rest of the night you probably know what happened.
Wow.
I've been drinking since then.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's kind of Shell. It called Shell. He come up with a big bottle of just vodka. It could be Sabeka or
The whole
Amsterdam.
team, everybody drinking.
Yeah.
Everybody in here is gonna be drinking.
But Spectre had I feel like had our age group at the time in a chokehold.
Yeah.
Everybody. What?
I remember when that joint first started getting put on the shelves and I was buying them. Didn't nobody know what it was. It was like, yo, what is that? And then I started seeing it everywhere. And that's when they also started with the flavors and stuff like that because it was just plain vodka. They ain't have no flavors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spectre and what else? Sky vodka too.
Mhm.
And then they started
Sky,
coming out with all those flavors too,
Right.
and that was great. What a time.
So like the flavors is kind of like newer for real. If you really think about it. So you want to get into the sip
Tea
shine?
on
Arnold
lemonade.
Shiner. Also like an Arnold Palmer. But
And you can get
what's
these
that?
in little cans too, like little
Oh,
travel
what?
cans, but they don't sell them in stores though.
You gotta go
only
to
gotta
C-
go to
CWSpurs.com. Use that promo code.
Oh, you gotta go online. They ship it here too.
Yeah.
That's liquor. Ship me my liquor.
like, the cans is like this big.
And one can would get you right.
turned up.
So you can pour it up and let it
Homie
get
Vine
a
just
taste.
came in the building.
Shoot,
Vine was good.
I'm gonna try to. Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'll pour you up. Pour you up.
you gotta drink that some with some.
He's such a drama man. I like that.
You need some ice with that, unless you just want.
Oh, I need a little ice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But shout out to Kyle, man. Actually met Kyle doing podcasts and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So he ended up sending us like some free samples of like all the different flavors they got, and we actually took a trip with him down to Tennessee. He took us to Tennessee for the first time, so it was pretty cool hanging out with basically an owner of a company and trying all his liquor and shit like that. He putting us on some shit that we never would have tried before. We never would have tried this shit before, but I actually enjoyed just sitting there chilling, relaxing. If I'm going out to the club, this probably be like my pregame thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure you pregame before you get lit, right?
Pre-game? You a pre-gamer?
Are you a pregamer?
Honestly, I don't have time to pregame.
No.
Oh, you take too long. That's what
Yeah,
that
busy.
means. She
All right,
take too
I
long.
do take too long. I do take too long, but then at the same time, it's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna drink anyway, and I already know I'm gonna get fucked up. So why
I'm
you
a
trying to
pregame.
get fucked up before you go? Cause I'm end up.
I'm in the crib drinking.
pre-gamer?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn the music on. I'm already got my sip, already got my drink. I pregame every time I come here. Shit. Pregame make the ride faster.
Likewise, I'll be like, all
All
right.
right, so like me, I need music.
Yeah.
Music when I'm getting ready always, cause I'm like.
That's the best way to
okay,
pregame.
let's go
Like,
outside,
that's
yeah.
the best way to pregame, yo. The club is already
That-
in your living room.
Or like when I'm doing my makeup and I'm like, oh, you gotta smoke too.
Like,
Like actually, before I even get ready, I go out on my balcony, sit in my little lawn chair, got out there,
set up.
Mm-hmm.
smoke, and I be like, all right, it's go time.
Meditation
Get up.
for the turn up.
Nah, listen. And then by the time I get out, I be like, dog. I be looking at my homegirls, and we always do this. We all be smoking. Be like, dog, I'm high, so I be like, yo, me too. Then when we see the liquor, we be like, it's gonna be one of those nights. Brace yourself.
So, what do you prefer, smoking or drinking?
If I was back in my early 20s, I would definitely say drinking. Cause I was smoking way too much, like in high school. Like you really start feeling like you losing brain cells sometimes. But now definitely, yeah, I like smoking more. Cause I'm in such a good mood. Like liquor, I could be in a good mood and drink, but as soon as somebody like throwing my mood off and I'm good, I'm like whatever. But smoking, I'ma always be happy. I'm be
Good.
that was so funny. Like,
Chad, what about you, Chad?
I mean, I've always been a drinker. Like, I didn't even smoke for real for the first time until like after high school. Because during high school, like playing sports and stuff like that, I was always against smoking. But I actually started smoking for real during the pandemic. Because I was drinking a lot at the beginning of the pandemic, but then I started getting into this health bag, and I stopped drinking, and I was just smoking, and I felt great. Like I felt great, yo.
yeah.
For real. So now that I'm older, I would say smoking over drinking.
Oh shit, that surprised me.
Yeah. For
Oh,
sure. Yeah.
yeah, that really surprised me. I'm surprised. But I see you tried the sip shine. What you how you feel about
That
it?
is good. All right, it definitely tastes like an Arnold Palmer with like a lot more liquor, but like not like in a bad way though.
Yeah.
It's really well balanced and it tastes good. it's definitely a pregame drink. So
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Like, you could literally like put this like a little to-go cup and be like sipping it and actually forgetting. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Oh, now
yeah.
fun.
Whatever I
That thing
My bad.
sneak up on you.
yeah,
That's how I
it's
feel
good
about
though.
it.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. It gets you right where you want to be. You ain't gotta drink too much to get you to that place or nothing like that.
Listen.
Yeah, they got mad different flavors of it too.
Yeah.
What?
This one of my favorites of it. Yeah. So I was gonna say
So I mean, you told us about you starting smoke and drink early. I mean, you tell us about where you from, what it was like.
growing up.
Okay.
All right. I want to know.
All right. Before I get into any details. All right, now for real, like I'm gonna share some stuff. Like literally, I'm pretty sure since I moved down here, nobody knows about it. Like not even my homegirls I kick with. They don't even know.
Oh, alright.
All right, so
I know,
I mean,
bring it
Pretty
Not like the
outside.
great girl. All right, so I'm from Massachusetts. The capital is Boston. For those that don't know, because there are some people that do not know. All right,
How do you say it? Boston.
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 I don't talk like a Bostonian though.
You don't.
But
You
I'm
don't.
not. That's the thing though. That's the reason why I'm not from Boston. I'm from Worcester.
Okay.
All right,
that?
Worcester.
So I remember we had a teacher. I mean, our principal was from Boston, and she's like, "Get out your ID cards." Remember?
Ms.
They be
Johnson?
like, pop.
I don't remember her name.
Black lady?
Yeah, she's like,
Johnson,
she's
she from
like,
Boston? Damn,
Yeah, what-
she was mean as hell.
she used to like do the horror streets and like,
Nah,
yeah,
"Get out
she
your
was
ID
mean as hell. She
cards."
from Boston? Yo,
Yeah.
she was mean as hell, yo.
I'm screaming.
Get out your
That
ID
was
cards.
mean as fuck though. But yeah, so I'm from Worcester, same city. You guys, if you heard of Joyner Lucas, it's the same city you're from.
okay.
So that's where I'm from. I just say Boston out here because literally people down here
They not
tell
gonna
them
know.
they
Yeah,
love
yeah,
food.
yeah, I got
So yeah, so I'm from there. You know, parents not together, divorced,
Okay.
hella siblings. I'm just leaving it at that. Let's get it rocking.
you. Okay.
We got something in common.
Yeah. You got
So really though, growing up, I was always like a happy kid. Like me and my sister always together. We Irish twins. We 14 months apart. Always together. Always doing stuff. But like family wise, like my family was just like, I don't know. So parents get divorced or whatever. You start going through your little phases and stuff.
Yeah.
My dad ended up remarrying.
How old was you at that time?
Dang, when he remarried, I think like 10.
10.
I think like 10 years old. Yeah, he remarried. Was with that lady. She actually ended up
But that
like,
lady.
yeah, I'm gonna call her that lady.
I was about to say, I know what that
like there's
relationship
no
was.
beef. Like we had a stepbrother like through the relationship. I'm cool with him. He's cool. My stepbrother cool, but her on the other hand, she evil.
Okay.
So yeah, what is it? She had actually ended up like putting me, my sister, and my dad out the crib, and we was homeless. I swear.
Oh,
Look,
shit.
Yeah, so we was homeless. So I went like me, my sister, and my dad. We went through homelessness for like a minute. Like we was staying with like best friends, like people we went to church with and stuff like that. So that's how I grew up. So I'm like really humble about like how I am. Like everybody looks at me and like I feel like a lot of people judge me. They be like, "Oh, you think you're all that," or like, "Oh, you look like a bitch." Like, cause I do, but I do be having resting bitch face. But like that's only cause like I really don't like making eye contact with people sometimes like that.
Yeah,
Especially if I don't know you. But like I'm really a sweet part. Like I'm like one of the most understanding people like you'll ever meet. Like ever, just off of like going through all that stuff.
I told you, yo, you probably one of my favorite people I met this year, yo.
Oh.
Just cause every time I run into AP, yo, her energy is just crazy.
Like nah, for real.
She
Like
be upbeat, like in a good mood. So
Like,
the people that be thinking that she's mean, like she's far from that. Yo.
like, and for you to even say I'm mean, like you probably had some down, straight, dirty stuff for me to
they
be
was just
mean to
hating.
you.
They was just hating.
You know,
They was
that's
just hating.
They probably explain that when you
Just
said no.
hating.
Say like, man, you know how
Like-
niggas reactions.
listen, like nah, like even stop you doing that respectfully. Fuck you, dead bitch. Excuse me.
Excuse me, I'm just not interested. Like, relax.
But-
Speaking of that, like being a woman and like guys just like come at you constantly, and like, oh, I don't get that. Well, like how is that? Like how is that feeling? Like I tell like so many people know the other day. So I had I was actually working with a girl, and she was like terrified to walk. Like we was doing a job together. I do like fire inspections and shit like that.
Yeah.
So we was doing a job together, and she was scared to walk back that way. I'm like, why not? I'm like, why you not trying to go that way? She's like, cause the coffee trying to talk to me, and I don't want to tell him no. I'm like, just say no. Like, why is that so hard? And does it get difficult for saying no so much?
Listen, it depends on the person, like the dude you are talking to, because not every guy is the same.
Mm-hmm.
But really though, it's some people you be like, nah, I'm good, and they be like, all right, cool. But there is a good maybe 2 handfuls of dudes that you run into, and you be like, nah, I'm good. And you get like when I was saying, oh fuck you that bitch, you ugly asshole, and they feel like they need to keep going. Or you tell them no, and next
But
you know they
tell you what you
following
anyway.
you and stalking you.
Wait though, so but they be grown men doing that now?
Oh man.
Cause I remember
Bro,
back, I remember when young boys like, you know what I mean, like going down South Street.
Yeah.
Oh, South Street used to be a zoo. Down Philly, yo, if you was a female walking down South Street in Philly on a weekend, yo,
Listen.
man, it was like, I mean, hyenas was trying to eat.
Listen, that's like in New York.
You look good. It's hey, yo, everybody. It's
Trying to
like
get
probably
rid
like
You
6
can't even
blocks.
walk down the street
Yeah.
nowhere. Just hey yo, mom.
If you say no, the little young boys is gonna cuss you out.
Yo,
like,
cuss
dude,
you out.
one
You
of-
don't know what
yeah,
they
There was one of
like
them,
you a
yo.
nigga. No, I wasn't. I was never one of those, yo. I was never one of those, yo. You know what I mean?
But you know
You know
what
what
I
I
mean?
mean? Nah, I was never one of those, yo. He's lying.
I'm
He's
dead.
lying.
No, but I seen like real fear in her
But
face.
all his
like,
friends was, though. All his friends was.
Hey,
All his friends
He
was,
said,
yo.
we ain't gonna say no
Yeah, I
names,
mean-
you know.
definitely.
You know what I mean? Fuck out of it.
I'm dead. But yeah, it really be like that. Like, or what is it? I remember I read something. It was like one lady, she had rejected dude and said no. He like went and he like shot her. Like some
That's
dudes can't
crazy.
take rejection.
Yo, that's
Yeah.
Some
wild.
people really can't take rejection. That's sad. Cause like,
Yeah, I really seen it.
Wow.
I seen the fear in her face. Like she didn't really want to walk that way. She had to walk like 5 minutes the opposite way to go around. I'm like, wow, just say like, say I'm your boyfriend. Like I don't give a what. Like she was like, I just can't say it. Like he keep asking me. We walked past by a couple of times. And he just like what's up? Like,
Yeah,
he gonna give you.
yeah.
And she kept saying like, I'll be back or something like that. Like spin them like that instead of just saying.
that's
no.
what she felt.
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
You don't tell them I'll be back because you put that little
Or-
you put that little mustard seed in their
Yeah.
head, thinking that you might get a number, you
I was
might
like,
be able to
yo,
take them out.
I'm like,
That
Yeah.
nigga might
This-
just wait an hour.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for real.
What about doing like business and stuff like that? If you're working with guys, like you think you know what I'm saying, y'all all just work, you know what I'm saying, everything is good and then things might flip.
Listen, even working,
This nigga's one of those.
listen,
Trying to
working,
slide in.
I'll really be like, man, cool with people. Like, oh, the person's cool. Like, I'm really all about like, I'm a people person. Personalities. If I rock with you, I rock with you. But as soon as you be like, oh, hey, P, well, you know, I was thinking we could. Stop right there, because it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Does it happen often?
It's happened. It's happened a few times. I'm not gonna say often, not like no crazy, but like yeah, it's definitely happened. I'm just like, not in that way. They be like, oh, well, we been stop before I'm gonna really have to like block you.
Speaking of work, I got a question for y'all. But before we get to our next question, soda drink supposed to be like frozen and ice cold, and you're supposed to take shots of it. So let's take a shot of soda drink real quick.
Thank God.
It's
for
not-
the ice.
I got a question for y'all. So while Shell put us up, I'm gonna ask. Your job you doing right now, right? Would you rather work 12 hours a day, right? Monday through Friday, you get $100K a month for 10 years, or would you rather work nothing at all, you get $10K a month for 10 years? So we're gonna answer this question. You understand the question I'm asking?
We're gonna take the shot first. We're gonna take the
Your
shot.
job right now, you get no vacation days. You gotta work Monday through Friday, 12 hours a day. You get $100K a month though. But you get all the free time in the world. You get $10K a month for doing literally nothing for the next 10 years. So let's take a shot to this. Try this real quick.
Cheers,
Then we're gonna come back with our
cheers.
answers. We're gonna start with AP.
I knew you was gonna say that. First off, yum.
You like that?
That was good.
You like that?
So
Yeah.
we opened up Jamaica today. Is
Yeah.
that safe to say?
Yeah, cause that was good. Root beer with some liquor in it. I like that.
Are you a root beer?
Person?
What, I like root beer.
Yeah.
Like, it's not everywhere though, but like, I'm not finna go and that's gonna be my first choice. But like, sometimes I'll be in the store or whatever, so I'm like, Daddy, I root beer. I'm gonna give me a root beer.
Yeah, you think this would be something that you would buy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Well,
sure.
go to cwspirits.com. Use promo code GAS5. Deliver straight to your door.
I'm finna do it.
Shout out to Mana. She ordered something before, like a
Shout
year,
out to you, Bob.
like a year ago. But I'm cool.
All right,
Oh, that
so
was nice,
to answer your question, I would rather have all the free time in the world and make
Hey.
10K a month.
Yeah.
You said,
Why?
why? Because he said working Monday through Friday,
so,
no vacation days,
12 hours a day.
12 hours a day.
100. It's a 90K difference.
That's fine.
I
For
feel
10
you on
years.
that.
Just
I
for
feel
10 years.
because
I'm not doing it for 10
so
years.
since I agree for, can I go next?
Go ahead.
Or you wanna go?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I agree with
See,
you.
I-
I'm more of a like.
For
I-
10 years?
For 10
I'm
years.
28 right now. 10 years? I'll be 38.
38.
Yeah, no.
That's
Is it-
young.
No.
So for me, I feel like
young.
no.
with my
You still
free
got your
time,
I got bad knees.
I feel like with my free time
Hey,
and my 10K a month, I can make that into 100K.
hey, yo.
Because you gave me all this free time
You know,
and you gave me
free
10K a
time,
month. I'm
free
gonna turn
time gives
that.
you enough time to come up with other incomes of money.
Exactly. I'm gonna turn that to 100K.
You know what I'm saying?
It may not be that first year, but by time that 10 year, I'm gonna make more than I would have did working 12 hours a day for somebody else.
Exactly.
Putting that shit into myself. I'll take that gamble.
He
I'm rolling
really-
that dice.
This was
I'm rolling
on, this
that
was
dice.
on a meme, right? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't worded how he worded it now, so my answer was 100K a month for 10 years.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm cool with that.
That's
I'll put in the work for 10 years.
And
Like,
that's
I'm 30,
I
I'm
feel like
31.
that's understandable because
I'm
that's
31,
90K
I'll be
You
difference.
41.
willing to wade in the water
Yeah.
like that?
I don't got no
Have your
kids.
fun.
I ain't got no kids, and I can still
I
like.
don't got no kids either, but dad, you
Yo,
gonna wait.
listen, I can still. I'm getting the bread for my weekends. Is gonna be lovely, like, cause you know what I mean, my checks is coming in, and I can still use that free time to make more money somehow. Like
Listen.
12 hours a day. That's it's
Listen,
24 hours.
your
a
age
day.
now ain't gonna hit the same 10 years from now. All
You're right.
You
You're
gonna
right.
be doing what you want to do,
You're right.
not at the pace you
You're
want to do it. That's
You're
what
right.
I'm saying.
But I'm thinking about when I'm 40. Like I'm really not gonna want to do nothing. Like when I'm 40. Like
I'm trying
you know
to
what I'm
enjoy
saying?
myself.
Listen.
Shit, I can build. I feel like I'm gambling. I can build something bigger.
You know?
You could. I mean, I could too. But I'm still getting that 100K a month though.
I'd rather put
I'm
those.
still getting that 100K a month off top. Like,
Crazy.
My homie, he did so. Like it was just like he said. It was like a question on Instagram or whatever. And I'm in a few different group messages with like 20
Yeah,
people,
same.
10 people, and shit like that. So like everybody had different answers.
Mhm.
And one person did the math. Like one was like 12 million and the other was 1.2 million. I'm like, if you give me 1.2 million in 10 years and all that free time, I'm gonna turn that into it was.
saying one, so yeah. 1.2.
I'm turning that to more than what I'm gonna get if I'm working for somebody else. That's what I feel like I'm doing. Like I'm a gamble and cause I'm not gonna sit like I understand if somebody mindset to sit around the crib and collect. That won't be me. I'm gonna turn that shit.
Yeah.
I can have my 100K a month and I can invest in you. I could be like, dog, you
While
making
you at work?
10K a month. Take this 30 and go build
For
something.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? I'm part of this now.
Sure.
I do that for you.
I'm
All right,
proud of that.
all right. So like, as
So
a
what?
male, yeah, that's cool for you. But as a woman, you gotta think we still young. It's still like if you want to have kids, you want a biological clock.
Okay, see, it's different.
So you
for men.
see, like
Yeah,
it's
different
a
for
little
men.
bit different. Like I get what you mean, because
Yeah,
like
it's a little
if
different.
I wasn't on no biological clock and I was like I got all the time in the world,
So AP tries.
maybe I won't. Maybe
AP
wade in the
tries
water a
kids.
little bit. No, wait. Listen.
I'm saying you said your clock.
Do you?
You said your
You
clock.
can
Like,
answer
how
that
much time
question.
you think you got?
We can answer this
How
question
How much
right
time
now.
you think you got? AP, like, yo, we doing this.
I got time, but like at the same time, me like it would be nice to have my own kid.
5
Like
years?
I don't want.
Less? What you talking about?
Oh,
I'm
first
saying.
off, I don't know if I even want to have my own kid. I really am like. I also want to like adopt.
Okay.
That's like one
Is
of
it?
like
Okay,
my
you
main
saying
things.
like you want maybe you will not saying it's like a fact that you really want to do it, but is it like a certain age group or a certain like gender? How you say gender? Yeah. Like I want like a 5-year-old girl.
Nah. First off, no disrespect to my nieces, love them babies, but my family is full of girls.
So
I
little
want
boy.
a boy. I want a boy. So so bad. And not to be like, you know, like how there's some black mothers, God gave me a son, I knew what he meant when he told me. No, I'm not trying to do that. I don't know what it is. It's just something about boys, like, they're just so adorable and smart, and they just do, like, the most rowdiest things, and it's like, oh my gosh, like, you're awesome, dude.
But
like,
would you be upset if he want to bring girls home? Like, son, you ain't doing that. Or would you be more educational, like, son?
more educational.
When you, like, you got to treat this woman right. You got to wear protection if you want to do this.
Yeah,
or would you be
definitely
one
more-
of the people, like, what the fuck is you doing? Because, you know, it goes
Like,
that.
definitely more educational because, like, growing up, it was like, I couldn't have no boys at the house, no, you know what I'm saying? No, none of that. Like, so we all grow up different. I want to do something that I know that's not going to make me want to rebel against my parents, you know what I'm saying? Make me resent them for the most smallest reasons, like the dumbest things ever. I don't want to do that to my own kid.
Yeah.
Bring you a girl home, but you better put on a condom because what you're not going to do is come home at 15, talk about, oh, my girlfriend pregnant. No.
So, like, me growing up with my mom and stuff like that, it kind of, like, me, like, in middle school, it kind of, like, I told my mom everything until I got to a certain point where it's like, I can't tell my mom this shit. You know what I mean?
What?
It was, huh?
Stuff like what?
Like before, like I was young, I'd be like, Mom, what's sperm? Or like, Mom, what's like? I was fine, like having these conversations with her, but I got to a certain point, like 12 or 13, and where it's like, my mom like, you like any girls in school? And like before she asked me that question, I remember this shit. Like I really remember, I was dropped down Huntington Park, and my mom was like, you like any girls in school? I'm like, no. But it was like some girl I really liked and shit like that. But it was a time where it switched, where before we had these conversations, like, hey mom, what's this? What this mean? What did this mean? And I like this, so what did this mean?
Why do you think that happened?
I don't know if it's puberty or like I just figured out like embarrassed to say it. I don't know. I was just a kid. Like it turned off though, where it's like I figured out on my own, or my niggas would tell me. Like it was like it turned more of me talking to niggas on the street than it's like to my mom. It switched.
Shoot, at least you got from like talking to your mom and then like, but.
And my mom was like one of the people that's like, oh, you gotta put condoms on. You gotta do this and you gotta like.
Your mom gave you the talk. Neither of my parents gave me the talk.
No, my parents just didn't want me to have. You know what I mean?
She was
they
like
me to
more
do
like
nothing.
that.
Yeah, no.
Neither of my
We
parents
ain't
gave
talk
me the
about
talk
it. It
at
didn't
all.
exist.
No,
Like,
literally.
But it did
Same.
exist, yo.
It existed, but no one talked. And they was like, dang. Once they found out, like my mom was like, oh, she tried to give me the talk about it. I said, it already happened. She said, huh? She said, huh? It's already done. She was like, Dad,
you said that?
Yeah.
Damn.
My mom just sat down with me and my sister, like, after the fact, like, literally after the fact, me and my sister already did it. So I was like, oh, well, I just want y'all to know. And we sitting there looking at her, and we were like, you trying to give us the talk? And she was like, yeah. I said, it's a little too late for that. Me and my sister, like, everything we went through as kids, like, oh, you lost your virginity. Me and her, it was me and my sister talking to each other about it. We wouldn't tell nobody else but me and her. We was the only people who knew. My parents didn't know. My dad found out. My dad didn't find out I lost my virginity. I swear, probably till I was 18. He swear. My dad swear. Oh, no.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, probably for him. No,
My baby.
Tell me about it.
He's
got my baby.
God damn.
Oh, no.
Listen, it was crazy.
But I was going to be there to protect them.
It was literally like, if anybody know my dad is so dramatic. And honestly, really, I'm gonna hit y'all with this fun fact. I'm a PK. My dad's an ordained pastor. Like, it wasn't like all the time I grew up, like we went to church and stuff. But yeah, and was, you know, this is what the PK kids.
Yeah, I pretty much was the same. Was that too, yo?
But like my dad, like it was as if he swore like my sister and I could never do no wrong. Even though I was technically the bad child growing up, he was always, I'm so disappointed in you, blah blah blah. Like my dad was always like, I'm disappointed in you, this and that. Every time. He said it all the time until I joined the military, and I was like, okay. And then he was like, I'm so proud of you. I'm like, that's the first time I heard that one, but I'm not really gonna bounce on it because anyway. Yeah. Well, back to what I was saying though.
Oh, she just put on some trauma right there. First time my father said she was proud, I was in the military. That's trauma right there.
One thing we promote on this show is therapy.
No, I like that too.
And that was that was a sign right there. He made that be small or something to you. That was a sign like
really though. My dad's always told me like, you know, like you disappointed me. You keep doing this. Like when I got tattoos, I'm disappointed. Why you gonna get tattoos? Everything was you doing this, you doing that, you doing this, and it's like in my mind, I'm like, why can't he see the bigger picture of what I'm trying to do? It was just disappointing. Yeah. Like growing up, my dad was all. Yeah, all about me because, you know, it was sports. I did a lot of sports. Okay, cool. As soon as I stopped doing sports, Basketball. I did track. Track and cross country, cheerleading, and I did a little bit of swimming too.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was you fast?
It's so crazy, right?
I didn't take it seriously. Like that's the thing. I did sports to like not be bored.
Damn.
Literally.
It's funny that you said that, right? Because I literally had a conversation with my dad, like literally yesterday, right? And like when I was young, my dad made me box. So like a lot of the top boxers right now, I work with them. Like if you go look at my page, they comment on my pictures and shit like that. But growing up, the reason why he told me that, he was like, because the way he grew up, he put it on me. He was like, son, when I see you growing up, I ain't think you'll get no bitches. So when he said that, he literally told me this yesterday. He said, I ain't think you'll get no bitches, I ain't think you'll get no money, so I put you in certain sports so you can be the man.
Wow, no, that's crazy.
And he's like,
That's
I never
different.
thought about. He's like, he apologized. He's like, I never thought about like I'm gonna send my son to college so you get a good education. He thought like I'm gonna make sure my son get bread so he get bitches. Like he's like, he apologized for that. He's like, I never thought like, yeah, I'm gonna send you to school, get a good education. I'm gonna do this. He said I'm gonna make sure you get money so you get bitches.
Me and him played high school football together. I didn't think he got no bitches either. And then we started hanging out together. I was like, oh, we get bitches too. I'm like,
He knew that he is Mr. Get Bitches. That's crazy. What?
I was like, damn, I can't hang out with Drees.
I did that either.
I'm a weak. That's crazy. No, but you know what? All right.
That's what he
all
says.
right.
I did it because like he's like.
Damn, that's wild, yo.
What? No, so me growing up, I swore I was like the ugliest thing ever. No, really, I was hit. I knew I was hit. I knew I was. I had the bifocal glasses like Steve Urkel.
I was fat and broke.
Like,
when growing up, I was fat and broke, yo.
listen, Steve Urkel bifocals.
Everybody was broke.
No, everybody was really broke.
Niggas at least had some Nikes, you know what I'm saying? I ain't had no Nikes. You know what I mean? We figured it out, though. We figured it out.
But, nah, I really used to think, like, wow, bitch, you was ugly as fuck. Like, I had bifocal glasses. I used to wear glasses. Freaking, then what is it? Then, like, my body started developing. It was weird. I feel like in middle school, I was kind of, like, thick with, like, some titties. It was weird.
So, did you ever do the stuff the titties?
No, hell to the.
So I know some girls
that do that. Nah, I wasn't one of them. I wasn't one of them.
They said that when they was older, when they
But
got
like,
and they grew into it. They was like, when I was young, I used to like stuff my brow.
We knew.
Tissue.
like, I used to be so ugly, but one thing about me, I always had a boyfriend. It was weird, and it was crazy. My boyfriend used to be ugly too, but that's okay. We gonna be ugly together, babe. Fuck it. But like, it's me, like. Anyway, I'm really weak right now.
Did any of them boyfriends try to come back? Oh,
they
shit.
always do. Every single
Oh,
one. Every
shit.
single one.
Damn,
Even the
I
dudes
think
I
he
used
was
to
one
have
about
like a crazy crush on, and they'd be like, nah, like, and you knew they were saying no because you was ugly. You was like, what bitch you trying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause no, I really was ugly. Everybody be like, no, you were cute. I said, all y'all is lying up beside your neck right now because then y'all don't want me then. You know what I'm saying?
Don't want me now.
Now, like, I done glowed up. There's definitely been some people in the DMs I was not expecting to be up in there talking about, oh, what's up? Oh, it's you.
Yeah.
Come back home.
You know I like you all my
Crazy.
life. You know I like you all my life.
You've always been so beautiful. I've been trying to tell you. Boy, you better start lying to me. Because even I knew I was ugly. And the fact you say that right now. The fact you say that right now, I know it's cat.
So you feel like you had low self-esteem?
Mm-hmm.
You did?
Definitely. Cause
was there a guy that like made you feel good to like, you know what I mean?
Like made me feel good and then like, yeah, actually it was elementary school. Oh my gosh.
Shout
All right.
him out.
Oh my
This
gosh.
shit,
What is it? I think he pointed at the camera.
And then Thomas.
Don't hate me because nah, it wasn't. Actually, where I grew up, it was
Craig.
like it was definitely a lot of minorities. His name wasn't Craig. He was actually a Cuban kid. His name was Devani Castillo.
Oh, name.
I ain't gonna forget. I forget. I was like, oh my god, I had the biggest crush on him. And honestly, it wasn't even like how he looked. He had big lips, and I was like, he got big lips. I don't know what I was thinking in elementary school. I wasn't on that, but anyway.
I was on that.
Anyway, so I was just like, oh, he's so cute, whatever. And I think we dated for no lie like 3 days.
That's elementary school relationships.
Damn, what happened?
That's elementary school relationships, though.
Damn.
I really don't even remember, but all the people, if you went to elementary school and I already know who they all are, they gonna be like, yo, Damani, you know, I mean, talking about you on this podcast.
You gotta pour AP up. I ain't
For AP.
She ain't got
I'm
nothing.
poured up.
No, she poured up.
That's
She poured up.
what's
That's
in there?
It's not. It's this.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't know. My
Yeah,
fault.
yeah,
I missed it.
You gotta be quicker than that, bro.
You gotta be quicker than that. So how it taste with the Pepsi?
Good. It tastes like vanilla.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but not like overbearing vanilla, but yeah, it tastes good with
Damn,
vanilla.
we were supposed to have the bake sales for it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
We got bake sale.
we already can do that again.
Yeah, we're gonna
We
have
also
to have
do
it
that
around
again.
too. We have bake sales, like a cookie liqueur.
Which is 40% alcohol by volume, but what so is like technically stronger than a lot of liquor. So
Yeah, 40% by volume is a lot.
yeah, and it tastes like a chocolate chip cookie.
I like chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, so I'm glad I'm able to open up like two people's minds very quick. You know what I mean? Because my mind opened up. That was the whole point of the original podcast on Pivot Drinkers, where we got the live show in Philadelphia. What is it? October 22nd. Me and Shell gonna be there hosting it, holding it down. We playing games on stage. I don't know if I told you.
Man,
We playing.
I'm there to party, dog. Whatever you trying.
We're doing that. Grant University it holds 550 people.
Years, man.
Yeah. We're gonna be on stage, holding it down, hold 550 people. So get your
That's
tickets.
solid.
The tickets is $30 a pop.
sir.
We got free food, but the drinks is only $5.
Yo, man,
So you get your little Casamigos for $5. You get your little Iggy for
Free
$5.
food?
Free food and
Free
$5
food
drink.
and $5 drinks, man. If y'all ain't there, you lame for that because
For sure.
I like me some free food.
Well, go to
It's
Philly
free.
then. What you
It's
waiting
free.
for? You never been to Philly?
I've been to Philly.
I already be back.
But I'll be back, but I won't be able to be there because I'm going back to Mass
Okay.
in that time frame. Yeah.
So you supposed to be there this weekend?
I was supposed to be
You want
there.
to talk about it or?
No.
Nah.
That's
We're not
too
gonna
deep.
talk- we're not
That's too
gonna
deep.
talk
I
about
seen the post
I
on
was-
Instagram, so I
I
don't
was
know.
pissed off.
I
I was
see.
like,
Yes.
from the start.
AP's coming to the show. I was like, AP is coming
He
to
was
the
like,
show.
you can come to the show. I said, yeah, because I was like, Dag, I definitely did tell him. I was like, no, I'm being
Speaking of
alright.
that, I noticed from your post, you're a Pisces. So when your birthday?
March 5th.
My birthday, March 7th. Pisces gang. Yeah, let's go.
I like it.
Let's
Picasso.
go.
Hey. What?
Sorry, you a Scorpio, right?
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, you
Yes,
toxic.
sir.
Get away
Yes,
from me.
I don't know what this stuff mean. I don't know what it means.
Why do we get so much hatred? Like,
You know
I
what?
don't
All
what's-
right. You know what I know
I heard
from Scorpios?
Scorpios
Scorpios are
are
some
freaks.
of the best people.
Freaks
So,
and
yeah.
sex addicts.
Man.
Scorpios are freaks, sex
They a little
addicts.
nasty, but we got good hearts though.
So what's,
Not all the
what's
We
time.
got good
Pisces?
hearts, man.
What's Pisces?
Pisces is the fish.
They emotional, right?
Why everybody says emotional?
That's what people
I'm
tell me.
I'm not gonna say
Passionate.
passionate.
I'm emotional.
No, because no, there's a
I was
difference
sad
between
when
emotional
the lady
and
was crying
passionate.
and shit on Saturday when we did the 5K run.
Yeah.
Listen,
I felt it in my heart.
because you was passionate about it, right? Yeah.
Shut up, give a fuck.
You
No.
passionate.
Except like that bitch.
I'm just gonna judge you a little bit, but I mean, I ain't gonna say nothing.
Listen,
But that's
like
why I
me-
did it. That's why I did it.
Like as a Pisces, like I feel like when I feel stuff, like I feel it like more than like what the average person would feel it as like, you know, like when someone's going through something, they be like, Dad, like I don't know, and everyone would be like, well, like they don't know, but I'm trying to console you like me, and especially if I can relate, I'd be like, damn, like I feel exactly what the fuck they going through, and it's like if I could help them, I could, but if I'm not able to at the moment, I'd be feeling so bad. Like, you know, like I'll ponder on it, like, and I think about that, I'd be like, Dad, like that's crazy. Like I just care a lot.
Exactly.
Like I care.
Feel
Sometimes
you.
I feel like
Pisces,
sometimes
yeah.
you get in the way though. Sometimes you care too much. It can be a little toxic at times because I be
Yeah.
caring for no reason. I be like, what do you mean?
Let me give you an example,
Like-
right? So last week, me and Shell did a breast cancer awareness run, right?
Mhm.
And so the lady that organized it, she got on the mic afterwards, like, yeah, so this basically saved my life. It paid for my bills, and I was like, I can't be able to pay for my bills. So like, and for me, I felt like, damn, I ain't doing enough to support this because I see how it affect her and it's gonna be affecting other people.
Yeah.
Shell looked at me like, nigga, it's cool.
Yeah, like nah, but like I get what you mean.
I was like,
like you get it, but you're not
I
gonna
get
be
it
like,
because the lady, she said that she had breast cancer too.
And she was like crying. She was expressing like,
Yeah.
this saved my life basically. And I feel like, and that's the reason why I did it. I did it because I want to raise money for breast cancer awareness. You know what I mean, and make a difference. I do that shit every year. I do shit every year. I feed homeless. I give kids backpacks full of supplies for school. I do breast cancer runs. I do like shit to give back.
Yeah.
And like, and if I don't do enough, I feel like I failed. And shit.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. That's what it was for him.
Real?
Like, I was trying to get him not to feel bad because, you know what I'm saying, he wanted to.
It's only so much one person.
Yeah, he wanted more.
Yeah.
He wanted more people to support.
No, that makes sense.
So that's what he.
But
felt.
I mean, your
That's what
heart's
he
in the
was
right place,
feeling
though.
back. Yeah,
So
that's what I was trying to
dope.
tell him. Like, yo,
I do shit that's
you're talking about it. Like, this is
Yeah.
what it's about. It's about awareness. Like, you making sure that even if they don't support, they know, like, yo, it's real shit that's going on.
Shit not about me. I make it. It's
not
bigger
just
than me.
about you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that
People are
makes
losing
sense.
their lives.
That's
I learned something too. I didn't know. Like, I thought like when you raise money for breast cancer awareness, it's just for like research, but actually like support people. Like when they fighting through cancer, they lose their jobs.
Yeah.
So like it pays for their rent, they pay for their cable bill, the electric bill to keep lights on while they fighting for cancer.
Yeah.
I didn't know that shit. I just thought it was like it goes to the research. You know what I mean? So I learned something new last week just by knowing that shit. And Shell actually gonna do a different one, a new one.
Yeah, I signed up for another one
what's
at
up.
Raymond James Stadium
Yeah.
on October 9th.
Yep.
So yo, come out, man. Show love, man. This is for breast cancer awareness, man. People are losing their lives over, you know, something that they can't control.
Yeah, you choose
I
it.
mean, like people are,
Yeah.
people are leaving too early. You know what I'm saying?
That's very
And
true.
it's unfortunate. So
My man, shut up the
Yeah.
trophy over there.
yo, real rap. Like I was honestly, that was something I was thinking about because I didn't have anybody that's like lost their life to breast cancer.
Yeah.
But it was just the mindset, like yo, like people have lost their lives from this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here to run.
You
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, shit.
And
I'm
be
a runner.
different.
Like,
Nah, definitely on that. But definitely back to like the big heart thing. Like that's another reason why, like when we was talking earlier about like my biological timeline, like, oh, you want to have kids, and I said I want to adopt. So I used to work with kids at the after school program at the Salvation Army, right? And it was a brother and sister. A lot of the kids were through like the adoption like process, like they had foster parents.
Right.
So it was a brother and sister. They was in the program, and all of a sudden they just stopped coming. Like we hadn't seen them in like 5 days. At first we were thinking, all right, maybe like you might miss a day. You give them a little bit of time before you start worrying about the kid. So we was like, all right, got in contact with their social worker, like, hey, like where they at? This is that, and they're like, oh, well, their foster mom, like she's been in the hospital, this and that. We're like, okay, cool, like keep us updated. Okay, cool, this is that. And since their foster mom was in the hospital, they was placed into like separate homes. Like so they weren't together.
Right.
So then they were able to come back to the program, which they did, but they were coming at different times. So his sister would be there for a certain amount of time and he would be there. And then they weren't together for long enough because they was
Right,
barely
looking for
seeing
each
each
other.
other. Literally looking for each other. So the brother, like they were like the greatest kids I ever had, manners, like really respectful, like great kids overall. And then as soon as you seen like they weren't together, you could see the brother was getting frustrated and the sister like wasn't as happy. You could literally see them like depleting like within themselves. And then we're staying in contact. We're like, yo, like, what's going on? Like we're noticing like there's a difference in their behavior, this is that. And they're like, oh well, they just found out like the foster mom, like she doesn't want to like take care of them no more. So she basically faked herself like being sick, went to the hospital just because she didn't want to take care of them no more. And the brother had already told us, like me and like my other staff members, that he considered his foster mom as a mom to him. So
That
as
shit
soon
is
as
a tragedy.
yeah, so when that happened, we found that out, and it was like we're trying to find their grandparents. They found their grandparents, and I'm going to stay with their grandparents. That's where they are, at least from what I last time I was like 2-3 years ago, and I haven't seen them since then. But like ever since that happened, I was like, I would hate to be a foster kid, get so attached to a foster parent that you think is actually gonna adopt you, and they're like, yeah, I don't want you no more,
damn.
Right.
and just use basically taking care of you and your sister just for the checks.
Exactly. Shell. I told you about
Like literally, I was like, you can always have your own kid, but there's so many other kids out here with no homes, and that's like how I look at it. I was like, I would really want to adopt a
So
kid.
I was telling you about the kid last week when we was on there with the aunt, and I was saying about the kid Xavier and shit, like how you mentioned, like I feel like I lost him or whatever, you know what I mean? it's crazy because I forgot what I was saying.
He said,
I was talking about y'all was getting real deep, real
I'm sitting here like that. I got
yeah, hold on.
Let me take a sip of this.
Yeah, I need another.
Let's get some more.
Shit got deep.
We're going to soda drink this time.
Real quick too. I was like, dang.
Yeah.
Deep. What?
Soda drinking therapy for the night.
Soda drink. All right, that's cool.
I mean, you can splash a little bit more in there. Okay.
Man, we got pretty AP in the building, yo.
For sure, but soda drink, we drinking it wrong. It's supposed to be frozen. Like, you supposed to freeze it, right? You come out nice and cold. We take shots of it. Nice, cool. They go down your esophagus.
Martin.
Yeah. Like that.
Make sure to go down the right side though. That wrong side.
You don't be coughing. Oh shit, Shell about to spark up, but AP, one thing for coming by today. You know what I mean? It's a good episode, man.
Thank you for having me.
We turned up, we turned down, we turned around. You know what I mean? Yeah, good time. And I'm happy I opened up both of y'all minds to some new shit because it ain't just about hitting, it ain't just about Casamigos, it ain't just about the Don Julios. We open up minds, baby. That's what we here for, man. We gonna try some new shit, have some good conversation, learn about each other, and
man,
for sure. And that's what we doing, baby. So,
I have fun.
Yo, you gotta come back and make your drink.
No, alright, so I got a drink for y'all.
What you mean?
I got a drink.
She
I was supposed to have a drink.
What you mean?
I was supposed to have a drink, but listen.
What happened?
I'm gonna come back again.
We gonna do that.
The base of it is Douce.
Okay.
But it's a drink I literally made, how long I've been out? Alright, 3 years ago when Meg Thee Stallion just started becoming hot, so I called it Hot Girl Summer.
Oh, this shit about to go crazy.
I'm not gonna say all the ingredients because I'm gonna have to trademark it because y'all finna go crazy with this.
So for the people that's watching, y'all know I make the little YouTube short, the little TikToks.
There you go.
And I did back-to-back drinks with the same ingredients. The thing I changed was XO Douce and regular Douce. And if you would have asked me before I did it, I would have said there's no difference. But then I did both of the drinks, because when I did my drinks, I don't know if y'all noticed, I chugged both.
Yeah, I've seen that. I was like, dang, you just gonna drink it all like that? That's crazy. You didn't even do a taste test.
So one time I did the regular Douce with the lemonade, and I chugged it. Then I messed up, my video messed up or whatever. So I did it again. I ain't had no more regular Douce. I had the XO Douce, and I did it. It's a big ass difference.
It says big ass difference.
I didn't like if you would have told me before I did it, I would like it's not really no difference or whatever. But XO is a big difference between regular Douce. And
So this is what regular Douce is. This is.
You had the XL?
No, I haven't.
No.
All right,
I should have brought it.
it's
Next
a
time you come, I'm
regular
gonna bring
Douce.
it.
It's a regular Douce, but all right, you see how you said lemonade? I'm not gonna tell you all the ingredients. There's one more ingredient, but I'm gonna say it. Anyway, the one thing I do use though is ginger ale lemonade.
Okay.
Yo, that joint good. I just had that
You've
joint
had that,
yesterday.
right?
That joint.
I've been
How you
drinking
had
that
it
for a minute.
yesterday?
Because they brought it to my job event.
Literally,
What you mean?
I gotta find where to buy it though.
They
That's
run
the
Douce
thing.
lemonade.
No, the ginger ale lemonade. Like there's ginger ale, strawberry, ginger, like there's different flavors.
Oh
So
yeah,
ginger ale,
yeah.
the ginger ale and lemonade mixed together. That's one of the ingredients.
They got like the
The
ginger
Douce,
ale cranberry that come out like during the holiday season and shit.
listen,
Oh, yeah.
it's so good. Y'all gonna be like, oh, this shit snap.
Alright.
Yeah.
Watch.
That's good. Yeah, we waiting for that. We waiting for that.
I'm gonna come
Let's
back.
do it on
I'm
the
gonna come back.
TikTok.
We waiting for that AP.
Get the 100.
Oh, we gonna do it live. We gonna do it live too.
Get the 500
You gonna mix it up
views
live.
and likes and shit.
AP
Yeah,
gonna
let's
mix
do
it up
that.
live. Let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The way she mixes it
Let's
up,
go.
or whatever A Boogie said.
Let's go. Cheers, baby.
Yo,
Shout out to another good ass
cheers,
episode,
man.
I guess.
Good ass
Yeah,
show, man. Good ass show.
good ass.
Hey.
You know.